Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is a new series called 30 for 30, where I do 30 rapid-fire critiques in 30 days, 15 Adorama picks, and 15 Squarespace rapid-fire critiques. If you want to see all of the rapid-fire critiques in one place, go ahead, click up on the screen right now. We'll take you over to the website to do that, but let's get into a critique. So here we go with another Adorama Picks rapid fire critique, part of my 30 for 30. And if you haven't checked out making metal prints yet from Adorama Picks, go ahead and use the code that's up on the screen, PXMETFRO30, to get 30% off your entire metal print order until September 30th, 2015. I absolutely love metal prints. Let's get into this. We've got Matthias Appel, or Appel. It's Matthias Appel. So here we go. It looks like we have a bunch of animal photos to go through. Nikon D7000, 300mm f4, good lens, 5.6, oh no. Whoa, okay, all right. So I like the shot. I love the fact that we've got this foreground elements that are out of focus that draw you into the center of the subject. What would make this picture much better is more contrast. It needs to be punched up because it does look flat, and I know I say that a lot, and I know people may give me crap for saying contrasty, but in this case, it would look less like a snapshot and more like a photograph. But here's the problem. We've got it a 300mm f4 on a crop sensor body, which means it's 450mm, shooting at 5.6 instead of wide open, 640 ISO at 1/60th of a second. This 300 f4 is not a VR lens, and I'm surprised that they were able to handhold it this well, or on a monopod or something like that. But the general rule of thumb, as I turn over to here, the general rule of thumb is that you do not shoot slower than your focal length. And I say this a lot, and I've said it in some other videos, but a 300mm lens, in theory, you don't want to shoot it less than 1/320th of a second. To get it more complicated, if you're on a crop sensor body, the equivalent millimeters is 450mm on this Nikon body, which means you don't want to shoot less than 1/500th of a second when you're hand holding, unless you have VR. I don't think the lens that he's using has VR, unless I'm wrong and it's the newest one that's out, but I don't know that for sure. So because this is the rule of thumb, what you have to be cognizant of is you need to get up to that. We'll just say you need to get to 1/320th of a second to make this easier. 1/60th of a second, we need to go up. Well, we could gain an extra stop of light by going down to f4 if you wanted to. So there's your one stop of light. But let's see, let's do it with the shutter speed to get up higher. 1/60th goes to 1/20th, 1/20th goes to 3/20th when you double it. No, wait. Did I do that wrong? 1/60th to 120, and then well, yeah, 1/25th. Yeah, 1/25th, 1/125th, and then 1/250th of a second, and then 1/320th. They're in there. They're in the mix. Whatever. I'm confusing myself. You just need more shutter speed. In order to do that, you're going to need to bump your ISO, open up your aperture, and I need to move on from there because I complicated it. But that was the point. Let's move on. All right. So portraits of animals like this are fine. See, look, 1/1000th of a second at f4, so they did that much better. I like to see animal photos in context. One, this is cropped, so this isn't exactly how the shot was taken. Nothing you can do about the flyaway hair or whisker right here, but you know, these animals, put them into some context or it just becomes a tight headshot. And I used to shoot a ton of tight headshots myself thinking, yeah, I need to fill the frame all the way and do this and do that. But I came up with, I like to think that, look, if you're at the Eiffel Tower and you go ahead and you take a photo of somebody at the Eiffel Tower, but you do a tight headshot and you don't even see the Eiffel Tower, what was the point of even being there? So part of it is showing the scene. Ooh, jellyfish. I like the jellyfish. This looks very nice. Not much I can say about it. The color's nice. Obviously shooting into the water or underwater or at an aquarium. This one looks good. Ooh. See, such emotion can be captured. I'm not sure why the crop. Why is this crop like this? It's a good photo, 80-200 2.8, first 2.8 lens I ever bought from Nikon. I love the contrast, beautiful on this. You see how much better the contrast is on this one than on the first one? So much better. You've got emotion going on with this animal. You know, you've got the scene in there. So that is much better, but I don't understand why it's cropped the way that it is. See, beautiful. See, now you've got some, stop saying see, Jared. You have this wood here. Is this a red panda? I think it may be a red panda. Beautiful look on this animal's face. Beautiful blown out background with the F4, 300 F4 on the 70 to, on a D7000. Nice color, nice contrast, nice tones, nice image. Not as much on this. We've got a lot of dead space going on. Not saying you need to fill it more. I'm just saying that it's very distracting because it's ultra bright over here, and then you've got this animal with really big ass eyes right here that's a little darker. Not sure that it just could be the area where the animal is that's not leading this to be a tremendous image. Not as good as the other ones, but still good. The other, oh, I'm a koala bear. Did you realize that eucalyptus makes them high? They get high, and that's why they always fall out of trees and stuff. Drop bears and all. I actually don't know if they fall out of trees. But this is nice. You've got the tree, you've got the eucalyptus, you've got the stoned, out of its mind koala bear. I absolutely love koala bears. Nice shot. An eagle, I don't think this is a bald eagle, right? Because it's not bald. So eagle shots are fine, but they all become boring after a while because it's the same shot. Try to get it in flight. Try to get it in a different situation. But other than that, it's a great photo, great contrast, great exposure. Everything is spot on. It's just I get bored of seeing these shots because it's not like a human that has emotion. Some animals can have emotion. Look at the apes, look at the gorillas. They capture it, and that panda captured it too. But this is great. It's just, you get what I'm saying. I hope that it's slightly more. Whoa! It's a lemur pile. Maybe are they lemurs? I don't know if they're lemurs. I don't know what they are, but I like it. I wish it was a little wider so I could see more of the stack going on there, but it's cool that you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things at least in there. So I like this, but it does seem to be lacking slightly. I think you would agree with that it's not as good as some of the other ones. It's a nice pile, but I think you would have time to capture this in a better way, especially if they're all sleeping. Grr. That's great. I really like it because if it's at a zoo, you rarely get to see animals doing stuff because they're usually sleeping. So this is great that he's in the water or she's in the water. Beautiful shot, nice color, nice tone. ISO 800, 1/800th of a second, 5.6. Still interested in why they're at 5.6 on this, but it looks good. It does seem a little noisy and grainy, and the reason I'm going to say that is because I'm going to assume that this is highly cropped. At 80 to 200, it's a 300 millimeter. I'm going to assume that it's cropped and that's taken away. It may be just a slight bit too bright, but I still like this image. Nice shot. And that takes us to the end of this set. So Matthias Appel, or Appeal. Nice job on the set. I really like the photos that you have in the nature environments. You can tell the difference between nice and contrasty and exposed awesomely well to the ones that maybe aren't, like that first one that I pointed out, where I got confused with my shutter speeds real quick, which tends to happen from time to time when you try to figure it out in your brain. But this is a really good photo set. I love the contrast. I love the composition. Not sure about the cropping on some of the images, why their aspect ratios are slightly off. But other than that, really nice job with the lenses that you're using and the crop sensor camera that you're using. I like this type of set. So again, if you haven't checked out Adorama Pix for metal prints yet, and you want to get, some of these prints would look fantastic in metal. Like the bald eagle, even though I'm not a big fan of it, would still look fantastic on metal. So take your best shots, try to have them made on metal, and use the 30% off code that is up there on the screen right now. 30% off is a ton. Imagine that, you spend $200 and you save $60. That is a lot of savings. You could almost get another print for free because you're getting 30% off your metal print. So go ahead, take advantage of that. Big thanks to Adorama Pix for giving me that code. And thank you guys for watching this 30 for 30 critiques in 30 days. If you want to see more of them, go over to the website where all 30 will be listed when they are all done. Thank you very much, Jared Polin, Phronos, Photo.com. See ya. To check out all the videos from this 30 for 30 series, go ahead and click up on the screen right now. It's going to take you over to the post over on Phronos, Photo.com, where you can see all 30 posts once they are live.